This is KRDS News, your news source for the Annandale High School Cardinals.
What's up, Annandale, and welcome to KRDS News. I'm Robert.
And I'm Austin. Thank you for joining us this Friday, November 7th for the weekly news, updates, and announcements. Welcome back from your 4-day break. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I hope you all had a strong start to the second quarter and everybody got their work turned in on time last Thursday. More about the first quarter coming up soon.
This week, our citizens went to the polls to vote on a question that directly relates to our schools here at Annandale. The votes are in. We interviewed Mr. Bacher to hear more about how this vote will affect our schools.
All right, so how did the vote go and what does this mean? Last night, on election night, the levy for Annandale schools passed by a 56 to 44 margin next year. What this means is that when we plan, it just gives us more options and more resources to begin our planning for next year. A question that a lot of people have is, when might we notice the difference? Money doesn't actually change or shift at all until starting next January, so a year from this January. So there still is a little bit of time that we have to plan for about how we prioritize money that we have to invest in student learning here.
Thank you, Mr. Bacher. Now on to the track project. The track has been an ongoing project here at AHS, and if the weather allows, crews will keep working on it. Now, let's hear from our activities director here at AHS.
Our track previously had kind of went past its lifespan. Usually tracks about 20, 30 years, a surface, resurfacing every 8 to 15. And we were at the point where we weren't able to host home track meets. It became like a safety issue. There's cracks, there was parts that were peeling up, really unsafe for our kids to be practicing on. So we're fortunate enough to be able to be replacing all the jumps areas, all the field event areas, and put in a whole new surface all the way around the entirety of the track. So they'll be wrapping up the project hopefully here soon in the next couple weeks as weather allows. And then come spring, we'll be able to host home meets again, which is huge for the program and the community to kind of be able to see those track athletes compete at home in front of their friends and family instead of always being on the road for their events.
Thanks, Mr. Matson.
Everybody mark your calendars for November 21st and 22nd for this year's play. The play is called Tales from the Edge of Everywhere. We will be bringing you more next week about the play. Now, let's hear from some of our freshmen about how their first quarter went.
KRDS correspondents Grady and Austin decided to go out and see how our freshmen feel about their first quarter here at the high school and see how they survived.
Who are we here with today?
Keith Brooks.
Emily Paulson.
Gunnar Austin.
Emerson.
How was your first quarter at Annandale High School?
I thought it went pretty well.
Pretty good. A lot more room to just move and a lot more space.
It was pretty good. I passed all my classes this year.
Good. I got good grades.
What's the biggest difference from the middle school to the high school?
You get a lot more passing time, and flex helps out a lot with the homework and stuff too.
Definitely lunch. Lunch is way better.
We have so much more time in between classes, so we don't have to rush anywhere.
You get more freedom.
What was your favorite class from last quarter?
I'd probably say driver's ed.
Math with Pa. He's the GOAT.
And just more time to do your work.
How does the high school homework compare to the middle school homework?
Easier, a lot less homework, I think.
More time to do your work.
There's not as much homework to do in the high school.
There's a lot more of it, but it's easier to get done.
Joined any clubs or activities?
No, not at the moment, but I would like to join ski, whatever that is. Ski club, yeah.
I do sports.
Have you joined any sports, clubs, or activities?
Football.
One. Mr. Ora has to go in there.
Glad to hear that it went well for all the freshmen this quarter. Keep up the good work.
Now it's time to announce our two outstanding individuals who are being recognized as our seniors of the week. Students are nominated by their advisors for their positive impact, model behavior, school pride, and amazing character that reflects the very best of AHS.
Our first senior is Reese Leibhard. Her go-to road trip snack is popcorn, the perfect treat for long drives with friends. She dreams of becoming a hairstylist one day and loves to cook in her free time. Her advice to underclassmen is to do as much as you can while you're here. Make memories, try new things, and enjoy every moment.
Second up, we have Izzy Cluthier. Her go-to snack is veggie straws. Her favorite high school memory is the excitement of senior homecoming. She lives by the quote, "Don't care too much about what other people think," and her advice for the underclassmen is, don't take it for granted. Make sure to check in with Mrs. Edmondson to get your parking passes. Now, on to sports.
Welcome to your Cardinal Sports Updates. I'm Brody.
And I'm Isaiah.
Football had a spooky 37-14 win against the Falcons last Friday night on Halloween. As Seabold would say, Cardinals were the hammer last week. Here are some of the highlights.
Colton Purcell running with the pristine hitch. He catches the ball, makes one fender to miss. He's running up the sidelines. He's going 30, 20, 10. He can move fast for a big boy. Colton Purcell runs a hitch, goes deep, catches it over his head, down at the 2-yard line.
Down on the 10-yard line, Braylon Phobie takes a snap, rolls out to the right, scanning, finds Colton Purcell for the touchdown. Horseshoe drops back into coverage, looking for the ball, catches it, Cardinal ball, up the sideline. Can he move? Will he move? No, he's just a sophomore, out of bounds. Colton Purcell scanning, talking to the defense, hands off. Dom Dirks with the strip. Here goes Colton Purcell with the ball, up the sideline. Zay said he's a big boy. Will he move? He's moving. Oh my gosh, look at that big boy go. Will he go? Touchdown. Great job, guys. This moves the team to the quarterfinals of the state tournament at Ricori in the Blattner Stadium against Litchfield Dragons. We hope to see all of you there supporting the team. Be loud, be there and be loud. Reminder, the theme is Ski Out. Good luck to all of our players and coaches. Now let's hear from some of the players.
Something the team has done really effective this year, I'd say, is passing the ball. Our pass protection's been good, and the quarterback's been throwing good balls, and the receivers all been making good plays all year. So.
I said something that makes this team special is the bond that we have as a family. I mean, everyone has the same common goal, and that's to win the state championship, and I think that's what makes it special.
How do you feel about Litch?
I feel really confident. I think that our defense, as long as we do our assignments and play up to par, we will do very well. Our defense is a strong suit of our team, so I think that defense wins championships, and that's what we're going to do.
Good luck, football team.
The cross-country team was down at the University of Minnesota golf course for the state meet last Saturday to cheer on our very own Emery and Sonja. They both ran great races. Emery placed 44th and Sonja placed 78th. Great end to the season, runners.
The cheer team has been doing flips and kicks all season, keeping up with our football team. Now let's hear about it firsthand as Lexi and Allie sit in with some of the cheerleaders.
Hi, my name is Katie Nelson, and I'm a senior on this year's cheer team.
Hi, my name is Ruby Carter, and I'm a freshman on the cheer team.
What motivated me to start cheer was I needed something to do to fill up time, and I thought it was a great opportunity.
What motivated me to do cheer was seeing how good of a leader all the other girls were and all the older girls were, and I really wanted to do that. My biggest accomplishment this season is probably going to a bunch of clinics and getting good new skills.
My biggest accomplishment this season is making All-American for UCA, so I get to go to Hawaii. That's way better.
I balance cheer by making a set plan about what I need to do and how I need to get through the week.
I balance cheer by just knowing what I can handle and just knowing what school comes easy to me and what school comes hard to me, so I know where to place my time.
One of my favorite team building activities is when we all go to Lakeside as a team after practice.
My favorite team bonding is the bus rides.
I build positive relationships with my teammates by lifting everyone up and making sure that everyone has good spirit and no one gets left out.
I work to make positive relationships with my teammates by just knowing that everyone's different and knowing that everyone has different opinions, and it's okay to have different friendships on the team. They don't all need to be your best friends, but all knowing that you still respect one another and that you care for one another is huge.
I think cheerleaders should represent their school by being good leaders and showing good sportsmanship and being positive.
I think it's in the name cheerleader. You're supposed to cheer on for your team and be a leader for the cheers. Go Cards!
Way to go, cheerleaders. We appreciate your positive attitudes, and we are looking forward to following you and the football team all the way to the bank.
That's it, folks. We hope you enjoyed our first show of the quarter. Enjoy the weekend, and thanks for tuning in to KRDS.
I'm Brody.
And I'm Isaiah. And as always,
go Cards.